So on this Friday's Teapot Tales, with a nice special sports guest, Ray, a senior referee for years, shares his insights into the game. And as usual, big thanks to everyone on Green Street, Lorna especially, and the guys who coloured in all the backgrounds you see. And definitely, I think Phil was the star of the show as well, giving Ray a good heckling off the pitch. Nice one. It's a Friday morning and we're here with Phil, Colin, Anne-Marie, Jenny, Helen, myself. The whole gang is here. And we've got Ray. And Ray is here. And Ray, Ray's our culture man and keeps us informed in all things Dublin. But one thing we've kind of discovered is Ray has an illustrious history as a football ref, but not any football ref. Was it refereed at the highest level for many years, and has just a lovely way of telling us about of his days. As why would you be bothered, or how could you put yourself through it?
Why would you want to be a fucking referee? Seriously.
I'll have to bleep that out, Phil. But yeah, Ray is here to tell us maybe. And the way I think Ray tells it, there's definitely a certain beauty to it. So it'd be a shame not to capture this on audio. So Ray, go ahead, tell us about a day in the life of a referee.
Yes, thank you, Dave. About 100 years ago, when I used to be a referee, after I finished playing football, and I took up refereeing when I got a bit too old to play. Sunday was a day that was kind of lost completely to football and to sport. So Sunday morning arrived, probably wake about 9 or half 9 or whatever it was, and the first thing I would do, because in those days there wasn't mobile phones weren't really the thing available, so it was by landline phone and the paper or whatever else. So the first thing to do was on a Sunday morning was to check if the heavens hadn't erupted the night before, and that the pitch was still playable. And then sometimes with the county council or with the corporation pitches, you'd have to ring the corporation or the county council to find out if the place was still playable. Anyway, assuming that it was playable, before going any further, you would take the opportunity to check all your gear, right? Now nowadays referees wear pink, they wear yellow, they wear whatever colour they want.
Right.
But when I was doing it, it was more or less a black jersey, black knicks, black socks, and of course a pair of boots. And the boots had to be cleaned even if nobody was going to see them, for your respect. To gain respect, it was always handy to have a good set of clean boots available. Now there were other little bits and pieces that a referee needed before he did anything, and that was to make sure that you had your flags available for the two linesmen, a whistle, which you can't referee without, a coin, your notebook, because there was always something going to go into the notebook, your watch, and your yellow and red cards. And so if you had that all available and you were out at the pitch and it was playable and the two teams were there and you were ready to go, you'd call both teams to the pitch for the kick-off. In other words, you'd make sure, counting out that there were only 11 players on the pitch, not 12 or 10 or 13. And you gave the captains a few little guidelines on what you will and won't accept, like name calling or anything like that. Now, check the kick-off time on your watch as you started. And begin the
match of a starting time, referees.
Now, the thing about refereeing is it was always imperative that you did your best to remain anonymous as possible. I mean, who wants to remember the referee in a game?
Yeah, that bleeding referee.
And the best thing to do. And you had hecklers, of course, on the outfield this morning.
Yeah, come on, referee!
You would always get that from the sideline, but nevertheless, you would try to stay anonymous as possible. And you keep an eye on your watch for half time coming up, and also for other things, like for marking down someone's name if you booked them. But you would also keep an eye for the half time whistle, which you gave at 45 minutes. Now, also, as well as staying anonymous, one of the most important things that a referee can do is to keep the game flowing. I mean, there's once again, one of the worst kind of a match to look at is to a match that's stopped every 30 seconds by the referee. So it's always better to try to keep the game flowing as much as possible. Eventually you bring the game to an end at 90 minutes and you change as quickly as possible at whatever available place was available, but change as quickly as possible. You collect your match cards from both teams. That's a list of whoever played and whenever was taken off or whatever. Do not discuss the game with anyone. Absolutely nobody. Don't say why you did this or when you did
Why
that.
did you do
whatever.
that?
You collect your fee, of course, from the club secretary, for which you're entitled. And eventually, later in the evening, you ring the result into the league, whoever the person assigned for that would be. And you'd have a little chat maybe with the league official if you had the occasion to send somebody off. So you'd have a chat with the league, but never with anybody else involved in the match. And finally, when that's all done, you get yourself ready and you do it all again next week.
Yay! Final words for any would-be referees out there, or maybe referees still.
Absolutely. If you're fit and you've an interest in it, go do it. It's great fun.
Brilliant. All right. Thanks, Ray. And I heard nice to hear no complaints about. I'd be a referee in Italy where it's sunny.
No, I had one heckler here today, but I mean I've had 20 hecklers in a match or more. So one heckler here doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Fucking referees
right.
are shite.
All right. Nice one, Ray.